Ye the rod, and who hath appointed it? And there yet the treasure of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? He's asking you a plain question. You can't. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore also will I make thee sick in smiting thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee. And thou shalt take hold, but shalt not deliver. And that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil, and sweet wine, but shalt not drink. For the statutes of Omri are kept, and all the works of the house of Ahab, and you walk in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation, and the inhabitants thereof an hissing. Therefore you shall bear the reproach of my people. Who of who? His people. I wish this stuff was taught, like in church. Just read it, they don't even read it. They'll be like, back in those days, when it says in the end.
Well, it's the Old Testament, so why are we even gonna go there and read it at all?
Well, they were prophets, but it was prophesying stuff, and we just can't understand. It's above our heads. What? Go ahead.
Because they're not filled with the Spirit, and that's why they can read it and not understand.
Yeah, but
remember
talking in tongues and stuff is weird and blah 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 blah.
Well, this next chapter is good.
Yeah.
Woe is me, for I am Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered summer fruit, as the great gleanings of the vintage. There is no pleasure to eat. My soul desires the first ripe fruit. The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward. And the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. The best of them is as a briar. Most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge. Day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh. Now shall be their perplexity. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son dishonoreth the father. Daughter rises up against her mother. Daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Therefore will I look unto Yahweh. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy, when I fall. I shall rise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Will he plead my cause and execute judgment for me? He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and the shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is Yahweh thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she be trodden down as the mire of the street. In the day that thy walls are to be built, in that day shall the decree be far removed. In that day also he shall come even to thee from Assyria, and from the fortified cities, and from the fortress, even to the river, and from sea to sea, and from mountain to mountain. Notwithstanding, the land shall be desolate, because of them that dwell therein, for the fruit of their doing. Feed thy people with the rod, the flocks of thine heritage, which dwell solitary in the woods, in the midst of Carmel. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead, as in the days of old. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, I will show unto him marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth, their ears shall be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of Yahweh our God, and shall fear because of thee. Who is a God like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage. He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. He will turn again, he will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers in the days of old. Praise the Lord.
That's good. You can tell the whole last thing was spoken from Micah's standpoint too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
Sounds
all.
really good.
Yeah, it's just really awesome. That last part too is always true.
Yep.
See, you can't just read those last 3 verses or whatever. That's like all things the church will read. Read everything else.
Yeah, they don't read anything else.
Can't read the bad stuff.
Yeah, because it's negative, it's depressing. It doesn't apply to them, David.
They think it applies to the world, and they don't want to read those things because you have to reach out to the people that come into your church, and you got to get them saved. You can't offend them.
Right, you gotta...
But your whole point is you're supposed to be a shepherd over your flock, right? You're supposed to be protecting your flock. If you try to be passive towards the people coming in from the outside, you're going to let them, wolves coming in sheep's clothing, destroy the flock. Or you'll turn into the wolf yourself and destroy your own, Good thing we have one. Good thing we have one shepherd, the good shepherd, and he's the only one that can actually take care of us.
Notice it says, "Feed thy people with thy rod."
Mm-hmm.
But they don't.
Nope. It's a harsh thing to be disciplined by.
It says, "As in the days of old." It's like we got a new thing going. We got
It's more simple. It's passive and everything. Yeah, but they don't understand that charity and mercy and everything involves chastisement and correction and everything else.
Exactly.
If your parents truly love you, they'll teach you with discipline and love mixed together. It's a combination.
Right.
Yep. It says, what is that scripture that says, the Lord rebukes those he loves and the children he loves and stuff like that? Chastising and stuff.
He wouldn't be his children if he didn't. He wouldn't be a loving father if he didn't. So it says, "Spare the rod, spoil a child." He's got to correct us when we goof up.
Mm-hmm. If not,
And if he doesn't go ahead and correct us now, we can go over the edge and
we would.
mess up so bad that.
Yeah, we get sucked into it. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording there and see how big the file is.
Probably really big.
It was good though, dear.
What's that?
I think it was good.
Yeah, sorry I'm a little tired.
It's okay.
I'm kind of yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.